Hello, and welcome to the Vlogging Pod. Tonight we are joined by Matthew Lesko.
Oh,
Welcome,
what a
Matthew.
brilliance. I was trying to dance to that intro music too, but you was so I had to get back to my chair.
Sorry about that. Yeah, it's just a little sweet thing to bring it into the
I
room.
see. Okay.
So, how are you this evening, Matthew?
Well, actually, my wife and I, what happened last night, I don't know if you would do the same thing, but I came home late. It was really late. And I meant to call her, but you know how you get. And no, I'm okay. What do you want?
I get you. Now, Matthew, you you caught me off guard there, Matthew. So
I thought this
you
was a
get
relationship show. That's
no. Now, you've been on a mission for 50 years to help
yeah,
Americans access financial
yeah,
support. Now,
yeah.
what first sparked this passion for you?
Fear.
Ah,
Figure out how to feed myself, and it is. I mean, we all got to support ourselves first. I mean, that's the first mission in life.
mhm,
And you run around and beat your ass off to get something going or whatever, and all the stuff that people put in your head. And then when you start being able to feed yourself, then you realize that there's more to life than just building up toys in the attic. And and I ran into this stuff by helping. Got an MBA. Well, actually, I got an MBA in computers. I had a computer software company that failed, and another company that failed. I was just failing and failing. Then I started helping rich people grow their businesses. That's what failure people do. They help
mhm,
other people become success. Yeah. And I was in Washington, and they'd want to get money to buy companies, start new businesses, and all this stuff. I didn't know anything about Washington. This is back in the '70s. Yeah, I'm an old fart,
yeah.
and uh, I would find programs in the government, and I'd show them this free money and everything, and I'd charge them thousands of dollars to, you know, give them this information that I got for free. And I said, why doesn't everybody get this stuff? I grew up like you in Ohio. I grew up in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Not much, a whole lot of difference. You were more manufacturing. We were coal miners, most of us,
Mhm.
immigrant. I had no idea. To me, the government was the post office and the IRS. That's all I knew. And I could say, God, a schmuck like me from Wilkes-Barre could go into these buildings and get all this information. And these millionaires became billionaires on all this free stuff.
Mhm.
And I said, God, the people in Wilkes-Barre and Ohio and everywhere should know about this stuff. So I got on that mission because I realized, number one, that if you want to be happy in life, you have to do what's inside you, not what all these other people are telling you what to do. You try that to see if it works,
Mhm.
but most likely it's not. So your mission is to start failing and everything else people tell you what to do because you don't know. None of us know what to do. We're all scared as and don't know what to do. That's why we take advice from people who actually don't know what to do, but they get a lot of money telling other people what to do. And I never understood that. We're all guessing. And so then you go trial and error, like learning to ride a bicycle or anything else. And you keep failing and trying and failing. And that's what life is, trying to find out what is right for you. We're all different people. And this seemed right. And the thing that seemed more right about it, I think that we're here to help other people. I
Mhm.
mean, a lot of people don't think that, and I understand. I mean, there's 1,000 or a million ways to get through life. But at least for me, and I think what the bottom line for a lot of life is helping somebody else. And why? Because it felt so good when I helped somebody.
It does. It does.
I mean, man, that's just the most selfish fucking thing you could do in the world. It's help somebody, yeah? And,
Mhm.
and and it's just wonderful. And I found I was sort of like a cataloger or something, and then that comes easy to me. I'm curious. It's sort of like panning for gold to me. I love trying to
Mhm.
find, ooh, look at this. I didn't know that. And I know that can help somebody and that don't know. And see, we have, after doing this I'm doing this for 50 years. So I see that what we have a community, our society that we live in America, is made up of two portions. 40% of it
Okay.
is what I call the community part. And then 60% is the capitalism part. That's Google. Everything in Google is capitalism. They want to get money. Everybody there wants to get money from you. But the 40% that's not in Google and 40% of our economy is made up of this community aspect of our society, which is the government offices and nonprofit organizations. They give you money, they give you help. They're it's the fire department, okay, that comes
Mhm.
and puts out your fire in your house for free, and you don't have to go to Google and find somebody who wants your credit card first. They just come out and do it. So there's other things in our society. We have, I estimate about 800 million organizations that are just here in our society to give you free money and help to improve your life, get out of financial trouble, and get into things that could help other people and help yourself and whatever. And the rich people know this. That's what I was, thinking. I was getting all this money from our friends or these rich people, mostly Fortune 500 companies, and they're going to use this to help themselves as much as can. Look at Elon Musk. He gets
Mm.
$8 million a day from the government. $8 million, and he's running around
Yes.
out programs for people who can't fucking pay food.
See, you are truly speaking. I try not, when I have my guests on, I try not to get too political because since everything has happened, I have done more political content than I ever have. And you're speaking to my language now based on that. Because I think it's our responsibility, if you have a platform and you have a voice, that we should open it up. We should make people aware, whether what side of the spectrum you're on, that this stuff is happening.
I believe myself I'm a middle of the road guy. I'm an independent.
Yeah.
I'm trying to solve problems. I don't care if the right has the answer.
Yeah.
Where it comes from. But when you're hurting people, that's bad, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And,
That's
and
my
that,
viewpoint 100%.
and
I think I'll just say this and then we'll carry on. But I think
maybe,
today's standards, because I don't want to go too political. I always try to keep the
yeah.
guest,
Oh,
podcast a
okay.
little bit different.
Because it
Yeah.
distracts. You can't help the people who really want help too.
Right. Exactly. But I think today's standards, it's not like how it used to be. Like I'm a lot with
Right.
you. I'm in the middle of the road person. Okay. If I see one entity can help the American people more, I'll vote for that person.
Mhm.
I mean, there's a local Republican in my community who's an absolute dream. He always posts for the American people and lets people know what things are being voted on. So I'm in the
Yeah.
middle of the road as well.
Mhm.
But I think things have changed. It's not like it used to be. Both people inside of the table could sit down together and have a conversation, and it wouldn't rule. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But now
Oh,
it just seems to be a lot more, yes, a lot more content there. So, as I switch the gears just a little bit here, back
yes.
to
No,
why
that's
we're
fine.
why we're here.
Right.
You often say that there's free money out there. Can
Mhm.
you make us thoughts about a few overlooked government programs that everyday folks might qualify for but don't even know exist?
There's about 800,000 of them. Are you
Wow.
online now? Are you online now? Can
Yeah.
you go
Mhm.
online and look at a website? Go to findhelp.org
Okay.
and see none of these advertised. That's why nobody knows about them. Google, you can't find any of this in Google. Google wants to sell you money. So that's the problem. Everybody goes to Google to find a grant. That's the kiss of death.
Okay. So you
Yeah,
put your
put in
zip
your
code
zip
in.
code. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. And you should see a larger number in the middle of the page there.
Mhm.
Do you see a
Yeah.
number yet? What does it say?
2,284 programs my
So there's
area.
2,284 programs in your zip code. That's how many free government money programs there are. That's
I'm going to keep that link. We'll put this with this
well, you
podcast.
should. Everybody know about this. Okay, now you could go up and put. Okay, let's say you have a problem. You have a financial problem. Okay, up in the left-hand column there, put financial assistance. How's that?
Financial assistance. Oh, you mean to scroll down?
No, not a scroll. There's like where you put in your zip code up there now. It's
Oh,
sort of
okay.
blank.
Okay.
Yeah, and you put
Okay.
in
So
financial.
if I could spell.
I'm the same. Every EA class I've ever taken, and I have 2 New York Times bestseller lists. And when my book made the bestsellers, try to find that goddamn English teacher who flunked me until I didn't.
Right. It's fair, and if I'm human, so give me a minute.
Don't lie. Don't lie. They don't know.
Okay. Financial assistance. I've written 15 books and I still can't spell. So yeah, I really need help. Okay, so we got financial assistance. So you got
Okay, you see a
financial
little
assistance for
number
medical
on
expenses.
something. There should be a total number on top of all the listings.
And I'm not seeing anything like that. It just goes right down into the results. And there's quite a few. There's I think there's over 20 pages, 10 on each page.
Okay, so there's 200 organizations. So if you have financial trouble, you go to Google and you get 200 million. The problem with the 200 million, every one of them want money from you. Not this 200 that just give money to you and give free help. That's all they do. Go back to the arrow to the left, so you get out of this one. Let's do another topic instead of financial assistance. So you could start with this for anything. Let's see, put home repair. That's another good one. A lot of people are worried. Like people living in older houses, they can't afford a new one, so they need a repair.
Okay. All right. So there's 151 pages.
Of free, every one of those things are free money for home repair.
Yeah, 150 pages, and you got about 10 to 15 on a page.
Right. And then and every one of them give you free money. Every one. This is the 40% that is here to really love you because you live in America. Yeah. And that's how you show love. To me, love is help. And it took me 2 failing marriages to learn this. Love to me is helping someone do whatever they want to do. Yeah. So that's why Google will help you do whatever you want to do as long as you have money. Okay. These people.
Yeah.
So that's not love. That's a hooker, right?
My husband's actually one of the guests. I'm one of the people in the chat room. So yeah, are you listening, Jeff? Assistance is actually love. Get on some builds for me.
Loving somebody is helping them do whatever they want to. That's why you could go to this and find other places. As long as you go to organizations that websites are .gov or .org, then you find people that are in business to show you love. Okay. But you don't realize that. We don't know that. We don't even know how to say love. At least I don't, being a man growing up in the 50s, man. That's a word you only said when you got married. And so now I see that's what life is really about.
Right.
Yeah. And that's
with 15,000 members in your Lesko Help community, what common struggles do people face when trying to navigate government programs?
Well, the thing is, okay, I'll show you where to go because I love telling people where to go. That's a joke, by the way.
Got you.
You didn't sound like you were there, so I had to
Oh, I'm here. It's a delay within the microphone. I swear, I
see.
got
You're
it.
blaming on how far Ohio is from Washington, D.C.
I swear.
And now I forget where the hell I was talking about.
We were talking about
Oh,
where
yeah.
your
Why?
members and their
Why?
common issue, the common
Yeah.
problems.
Why? I see. I didn't know I could do this. See, I used to charge lots of money or sell a product that you get leverage out of. And one-on-one help, I said, oh, I can. And after people stopped buying reference books, I was out of business. And I said, oh, I don't know how to do it. Start trying, helping people or whatever. And I can't leverage that. But now I found out why. It's a community. It's not me. I'm just a trained SEAL to let people know it's here. And it's really people helping people. And so we have 15,000 people that appreciate the joy of helping other people when they learn something. So when they learn how to use these programs or whatever, like every day on our service, we have 4 or 5 hours of people that are just helping people. You join a Zoom call, they answer your question. Anything you have about this. We only charge $20, and that's it. That's why I didn't want to charge a lot. I used to charge thousands of dollars. I didn't want to help people who could pay thousands of dollars. I wanted to help people who didn't have that money because I want to show them how to live in America to get that. And so if I was charging them, $500 or $1,000 or whatever a month, man, they're not the people I want to help. So being able to do this for for $20 a month is such a joy to me. And actually, we're so profitable. We give every month $50,000 to $70,000 a month back to members every month. We have 4 different grants that we give the money back to people, and that is so cool. I know. I can't believe I'm doing a schmuck like me from Wilkesboro. I thought you had to be Jeff Bezos or his ex-wife to do something like
Yeah, the ex-wife. I love that.
that. And she gives away a bunch of money.
Yeah.
And I'm so, oh God, that's such a wonderful feeling to be able to do that. But there's so much more to do. And it's just to educate people about this country we live in that is so wonderful, but we don't know. We only hear, and we don't realize all the good stuff it has. And then the rich people do. And that's why they're all over the city doing it. We have, I think 15 cabinet members are billionaires because they know where the money is, and the average person and they're told that it's bad to use government money. It's like, that's crazy. You live here in problems, and that's what it's for. We decided to do this, right or wrong. I'm not saying any of these programs are right. I'm not saying any of them are wrong. I'm just saying they're real. And if you want to use them, if you don't want to use them, you think they're nuts. Yeah, I'm sure we could get rid of half of them and nobody will notice, maybe because nobody's using them.
Right. So
go ahead.
What would you say is some of the biggest myth or misconceptions you hear about government grants?
Well, the misconception is how people look for it. They go to Google is wrong. They're looking for application is wrong. What you have to do, because you have 800,000 programs, finding a program is easy. You'll find a lot, but you have to find the ones that are for you. And you don't do that by going on the internet. You do that by going on the telephone. You find people like those 150 people that have grants for home repair. The way to use that is not to find the perfect one for you. You don't know which ones are perfect for you, no matter what they say, because the jargon they use to describe these things and what's in your head is never going to match anyway. The way to find the right one for you is start calling, even if you go on the top and start calling, because you want to talk to people who spend their whole day helping people get money to fix up their house. And they're free. Every one of these people, they're not, they don't charge for anything. They're working for nonprofit organizations. They're government offices. Government offices means they're a public servant. You're a public. I mean, just think if you had a job giving out $200 million a day for people building their houses. Man, I think that's great. You're like,
Mm-hmm.
the guy on the TV show making a millionaire out of people. And so you can call them. It's easy. They're just human. People are so afraid to even call the government, and that's so sad. What I would
Yes.
do, I used to sit my phone and stare at my phone and think of I think of making that call. I think I'll clean the oven. My oven needs cleaning. You'll find anything to do besides do that thing that is uncomfortable, and you have to do that. And that's why with 15,000 people encouraging you, we're there all the time. Because that's the only way because even if they can't help you, they're the best people to talk to find
Mhm.
out who else can help you, because they're in the community of other people that do this, and they know other people that do this, and they go to meetings every year or whatever. So they're the best. It's like a plumber who fixed 1,800 toilets this year is going to be better than your uncle who fixed one. you know and that's what it's like. You need to know people. The internet is bad because it's too much.
Yeah.
It is. It's helpful. I mean, I'm a computer geek. I had software companies, and my I have my master's in management information systems and all that. But now it's just a sales pitch. And if you want to spend money, you go to Google. If you don't want to spend money, you have to stay away from there. Now, but AI is better because
Mm.
AI, and that's free and it's very easy to do. You just, I use Chat GPT, but
ChatGPT is my friend.
if you want something, you are in Ohio, so you could put in like, give me a listing of, and there's the keywords: nonprofit organizations and government offices that provide money and help for people in Ohio to start a business. And you say, give me the website and start with 50 of them. You'll
Mhm.
get them. And every one of them, I do that all the time. And because I know all these programs, they're all legit people. They're not Google. And everybody will be real. And then you get that list and you start calling, make an appointment to talk to people. Now, if you have a lot of people who want to start a business, I put up a sample. You could download this free report that shows you how to do this. It's tiny, TINY, URL.com, then slash Lesko local business. So that's
Mhm.
tiny, TINY, URL.com slash Lesko, LESKO, and then local business. And I won't ask you for your email, nothing. You'll just get this report to see how to do that, to find wherever you live in this country, to find 50 to 100 places that will give you free money and help to start any business, any nonprofit, any, if you're an inventor or you want to be a freelancer, you want to be a real estate investor, anything to make money out of your home. That's what they do, because the government wants you to start a business. The government wants to increase your business if you have one, because that creates jobs. And that's what the government is here for us to be prosperous, right? And create
Mhm.
jobs. That's why they put a lot of money into this stuff uh, to help you do that, but they don't advertise. If they were selling this service, then they'd have to find out how to use Google and get you to pay for it.
Yeah.
But
Michael, I would love to have like several hours with you, but as I try to keep it like 20, 30 minutes because my editing gets
oh no, I'm
horrible
boring.
after
I got
that.
exercise.
You're fine. You're fine. I just wanted to ask you one more question if I
Yeah,
could. You know, you have been known for your question mark suit,
yeah,
but in a way, they represent your mission,
yes,
helping people to ask the right question.
yes.
So, for my final question to you tonight, what is the most important question people should be asking when it comes to financial support?
I think the most important thing is no longer questions, tell you the truth, because you
Mm,
could get good answers now. You couldn't before because you'd go to Google and get a zillion answers. Now I believe, if you see my local wardrobe, it has question marks and hearts.
Yeah.
I'm more into hearts because even if you have the right answer to a question, if your heart's not in it, it's not going to happen. And that's
Yeah.
true with personal life and it's true with professional life. You could get all the questions and answer the right questions, how I do this and whether we have to do that. But everything you want to do in life is going to be a pain in the ass and you're going to run into trouble. And if to get through those pain in the ass statements and all the barriers that you're going to run into, your heart has to be in it. So now I believe your heart is smarter than your brain. And that's what you have to trust more than anything else.
Wonderful. One of our guests in the room are asking you to repeat the tiny URL if you wouldn't mind.
Oh, it's really, really tiny. tinyurl.com/ or forward slash is that. And then Lesko local business, LESKO I'm doing this for you. BUSINESS because I know you're like me.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And thank you for our guests in the room for asking. Matthew, I remember watching you growing up.
Oh,
So
you're
you
the
are
one. Yeah.
yeah, the one. You are an icon. And thank you so much for being with us. I greatly appreciate you.
My
And anytime you want to come back,
uh,
please just give
anybody who
me
lets you do, man, I'm there anytime you want.
awesome. Well, we will definitely have to connect again because we could do show after show for all the information. You just have a wealth of it. And I appreciate you so very much.
Oh, it's nice to say that. Thank you.
Thank you. To everyone listening, thank you for your time and come back to us next time. Bye bye for now.